have you join us on another exciting episode of the program. I'm Melinda Akinlami. On our lineup today, we enjoy this annual art fiesta that showcases the best of Nigerian creativity. Every day is a milestone. That's how this artist has crafted his solo exhibition to usher in 60. Then there's also another solo exhibition on a continued legacy. We see that and more when Arthouse returns in a moment. Do stay with us.
Any artist worth his salt must know the foundation of art, which is drawing.
Let's begin with this art fiesta, which always showcases the best of Nigerian creativity in Lagos.
The sculptural piece created by Dotun Pokwala sets the tone for the visitors who've come to experience the third edition of the ArtMiabo International Art Festival in Lagos. Step inside to see more ingenuity seen in this image made from metal scraps called the maestro.
The artwork here is titled Maestro Wrap-Up, Maestro Wrap-Up, and it tells of the struggling of man. The work, I see the man is a successful pianist. He has just finished and is very happy. Everybody there say, oh, this man is very good, but nobody really knew how come. How come? What I'm trying to say is that what we go through before achieving success, on the scroll there, on the scroll, the musical scroll on the saxophone, the lyric there is written, I've seen pain, I've made gain. Nobody knows my pain, they only know my gain. That's what we go through. That's what I went through also. Now everybody say this work is good, this work is good, but they don't know how come that we managed to achieve this.
It's all part of a large collection of art pieces in a show themed The Sculptor's Odyssey, which is a celebration of the creative journey and artistic process from some of the finest in the game.
This breed of sculptors are the best, and the selection process was quite daunting to get the best of the best. And why do we say an odyssey? We say an odyssey because sculptors are the different breed in the fine art genre. They are the ones that really go for a journey to create every piece that they make. And what they create, I would say that that's physics brought to form. Physics that we can feel and touch, because they have to do the measurements, they have to calculate the matter, and every single aspect has to be specific for them, because they have seen the work before they started creating it. They're not like the painters or the abstract painter who just stack their work. The sculptor has seen his work before he now starts sculpting the marble or sculpting the wood. So it's a very difficult journey. And so we're proud to have the likes of Dr. Pokwala, Dr. Balogun, Pius Waritimi, Adebisi Adebayo, and so many veterans.
This tribute to craftsmanship and dedication to excellence gets a space on the wall.
The title of my work is Vikings, make use of coins and metal. I try to apply two origins, as the African and the Europe, into one art piece. The Vikings, what they know for is their elegance and strong energy they have, their mindsets, their dreams and targets, and also the most important about the work is about their belief in someone to be loyal. If you're gonna highlight to them, you have to be loyal to them and have to focus. And for me to be able to get into this work and understand the beauty of the origin of their background is their mindset, the way their quotes, their philosophy, their tradition, and the most important thing, their business mindset.
I'm showing two works. The first one is Irin Kemi Ashake. It's a portrait of a beautiful African woman, and I'm using that piece to celebrate the female folks, to show their beauty, their struggles, their personality, their elegance, and just to show them that we appreciate them. We appreciate what they're doing, their support for us, the male folks. And the second piece I'm exhibiting is just right behind me. I titled that Alagbada Ino. Alagbada Ino is a representation of God. The one that was clothed with a garment of fire. And we can feel his presence, but we can't see his face. So that's why I represent the face with a golden ball, because he ruled the world. And you can see the Yoruba cap on his head. So those are just my way of telling the story of my Yoruba culture. So I ornament the work with a lot of symbols, the Adinkra symbols, and different kind of ornamentations. And that's a huge metal piece that will take about 6 people to carry it. So yeah, I'm glad to be part of this show, the ArtMiabo Festival 2024, and I feel so privileged to be showing my work alongside the best of contemporary Nigerian artists. Yeah.
So far, so good. It's been a wonderful experience. We've had lots of artists, we've had lots of collectors, we've had music infusion. We've also had a lot of visitors, both from outside and inside of Nigeria. And this is something we always look forward to. We look for improvements, we look for feedbacks, and we're definitely on our way to the top with the way we're going.
This edition is unique in the sense that we have the caliber of people, different cadre of sculptors, from the well-established to the upcoming one. Now we have students that are also part of this show, in a way that's to encourage and to let them see the journey that we are talking about, to let them see it in a clear form, and at the same time use them as a means of encouraging others to know that when you put your energy, you put your minds together in what you do, there's always a platform for you to navigate.
Everyone can put a face to the name of those who have churned out these pieces.
I'm very pleased, I'm very satisfied. The works are very, very satisfying. And I must praise the organizers for doing this for us, for putting this together. Yet another very glorious show. And what I see here is that African art Nigerian art, the art that we're producing now, is continuing to put us on central stage and make us belong to the global collection of important art producers in the world.
I'm beyond impressed. One thing is to see these works in, when I say flat 2D, which is, camera or whatever, that's one thing. Or, visual sent to you as a photo. But when you see it in its real form, it's a total different matter. You see real quality work that has been produced, that has taken time to be produced, and well thought out process. So I'm really impressed, and I'm very happy that we were even able to convince this level of people to come, because these are former deans, some are still deans, these are heads of departments, these are professors that have taken out time to bring their work to present in this exhibition, and we're proud of all of them.
Over 40 works of art done in wood, metal, stone and mixed media were displayed, so sculptors can have their day in the sun.
Fantastic images indeed from IMAP. Now we look at this exhibition of contemporary art by Oliver Enwonwu, who is continuing a legacy.
These images are from the joint exhibition of paintings, drawings and sculpture by Oliver Enwonwu and his father, Professor Ben Enwonwu, at the Mall Galleries in London.
I come from a long line of artists. My grandfather was a traditional sculptor of repute in Onitsha, where I come from. He had carved a lot of traditional images of gods, especially for the king of Onitsha, the Obi of Onitsha, and for those who wanted to commune and have a close relationship with their god or gods. My father is also celebrated as Africa's most influential artist or celebrated artist of the 20th century. And this, for me, continued legacy shows that long line of that legacy from my grandfather to my father and to myself.
The continued legacy show coincides with the 30th anniversary of Ben Enwonwu's passing, as both artists explore their shared depiction of femininity as a symbol of indigenous aesthetics and primordial feminine power.
Very importantly, you see some works like If God Were to Be a Woman, which is my take on or my response rather to Pablo Picasso's Desmovel d'Avion, where he denigrated African women, he likened them to prostitutes in many ways, and for me, I'm reclaiming that narrative, and I'm positioning the African women as things of beauty, beautiful creatures, beautiful people, I'm celebrating their skin, I'm celebrating their blackness, I'm elevating them, and for me, if God were to be in human form, to my mind, it should be a woman.
Oliver Enwonwu has created new paintings that deviate from his father's aesthetic style to unpack ideas of nationhood, the female body, gesture and symbolism, with a focus on movement, hair and apparel. The relationship between the older and younger Enwonwu shines through as they express ideas of womanhood and nationhood.
I wonder if any of Oliver's kids have taken an interest in art, just saying. Okay, let's take a moment now. Arthouse returns with more. Join us again.
And these are the works of art you sent in recently. Let's begin with this one called A Bond Unspoken. It's a mixed media on canvas work by Michael Adetula. Then Ajewole has this one done with charcoal pencil on paper, which he calls Wealth, Come and Use My Home as Your Abode. Amen to that. Then Horizon and Yellow Moon is an acrylic on canvas work by Ish. While Child is Wealth is an oil on canvas work by Falope Ibrahim. More Than 1,000 Words is an acrylic on canvas work done by Dera. Then Mystification is also done with acrylic on canvas, but this time created by Femi Afolabi. Also towing the similar path, creating this with acrylic on canvas, is Innocent Chikeze with Our Costliest Treasures. And it appears a lot of artists are working with acrylic on canvas this week, because this one, done by Eyitayo Alagbe, is done with acrylic and ink on canvas. It's called Holiday Timeout. Then we wrap things up by celebrating our own chess king, that's Tunde Onokoya, with this piece done by Samuel King with ink on paper. He calls it Master of Chess. And that's how we wrap up this week's works of art. We encourage you to keep them coming.
Every day is a milestone. That's the solo exhibition of paintings by Biodun Omolayo at the EYO Cultural Center in Lagos.
Instructive and inspirational. That's how most art collectors and enthusiasts describe the works of art done by contemporary artist, curator and gallery owner, Mr. Biodun Omolayo, who is showcasing this exhibition at the EYO Gallery in Lagos to mark a milestone.
It's just to celebrate the grace and the mercies of God in my life at 60. It's something to praise God for. God has been awesome. God has been wonderful. It's a new level. Getting to this is a new level.
The pieces are not just a celebration of life at 60, but a commitment to the growth of the visual arts scene, having contributed actively to encouraging budding creatives, collectors, and the art community in general.
Biodun Omolayo is a friend I met in 2021, and I met him at his gallery, and it was a divine providence that I met him that day on the 7th of July. And since then, he has impacted my life through his artworks. I loved his artworks, and I picked a couple of his artworks, which he tried to turn me to be a collector, but at a small scale.
A lot of those who have followed him closely testify to his passion.
Wish him long life, good health, sound mind for more creativity, because he has greatly contributed to creativity in this great country, even down to the United Kingdom, in artwork, in designing, in fashion, in sculpture. even to raising children, and I want to sincerely celebrate him.
He doesn't want you to think that whatever happens to you, and you now take the negativity out of it. No, he will pick out the positivity out of whatever happens to him.
He is naturally gifted as an artist. What he has done here is of international quality. He was born to be an artist. When he was manager in a bank and he told me that he was going to resign his position as a bank manager to set up an art gallery, I thought it didn't make sense to me. But now it makes a lot of sense because this is what God has called him to do, and he's doing it perfectly.
The paintings featured in this solo exhibition span over 34 years, created from 1987 till date.
Most of the works I've done over 40 years. I decided to bring them out. Each of those works talks about my different stages of my life. Even before I went to the art school in Yabatek, I've been painting. So one of those paintings there, about 2 or 3 of such paintings that I did even before going to the art school. So it talks about my life. And then it has not changed. I use painting to motivate people, to tell stories about my own story. You saw the trumpet of praise that led me to gallery business. Somebody rejected me and said I don't have a name. And so that was why I went to the gallery business.
Besides his dexterity with the brush and paint, his other skill, writing, is displayed in this book titled Every Day is a Milestone, Celebrating Each Day as Your Best Day.
There's more to enjoy and experience. Just ensure you tune in next time.
On Arthouse next week, a captivating art exhibition titled New Directions at Co Gallery in Lagos. Then intersectionalities in the art exhibition in another part of the commercial city. We encourage you to keep liking, sharing and viewing our page so more people can enjoy the ever-bubbly and ingenious art scene in the country.
Your Arthouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Arthouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Arthouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program this week. Thank you so much for being great company, and I look forward to interacting with you on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Keep adding color to the world.